Hello, everybody. How's it going? How are you, bubbies? Another day, right? Today's been a weird day for me and my wife. Can't share too much, but insurance stuff. For those of you who know what's been going on, know. It's craziness. And, oh, I can hear myself echoing? Why? We gotta get to turn this off. Okay. So let me properly greet everybody. The Video Game Library is here. Shout out to Video Game Library. You know what? Dude does good work. Okay, if you're into books, you need to check out that website. Thanks for being here, dude. And Ninja, see, I keep wanting to call you Ninja Temper, Mr. Temper. Bonjour to you as well. Cinco here. Yeah, so I did not grind overnight. I didn't. I grinded for an hour or two yesterday. I had to turn it off at a certain point because I was like, we don't want to get to max level on day one with this thing. But yeah, it was irresistible. It was irresistible. I hit that first boss and was like, you know what? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. If the game's gonna play like this, I'll play like that. Oh, and Trinkets is here. How's it going? We're back to streaming. The break has been inscrutable. Let's put it. Well, it's been ineffable. No, it's been a weird year. So, yeah, but it's good to be back. It's good to be here and chatting with you and all that jazz. I'm looking at this setup and I'm seeing it might need a little bit more. Hang on. It's very delicate stuff. I know we're not super into sprite blurring, but to my eyes, it needed it a little bit. So I did grind for a lot yesterday. I did. And what we're going to do about that is buy some things here. So we're going to buy some things. I can call you whatever I want. Wow. This is a PG channel, though. Let's be sure I don't call you whatever I want. First boss is definitely a trick. The game will be easy for quite a while at this level. Well, that's good. That's good. Let's see what banded armor is. 12,000 gold. My. Yes. We will take that banded armor. And then I think I'll go ahead and get a shield. Why not a banded shield? 10,000 gold is a lot. That won't let us get the highest sword, though. So, what do you think I should do, chat? Should I buy the most expensive shield? Or, conversely, should we buy the most expensive sword, a broadsword? We already have the long sword, and I'm assuming you pick up other swords. So I'm kind of leaning more toward the shield, because I feel like that's going to have a larger, like a longer run here. Completely detailed. I love about everything. Oh, got rid of all socials, Trinkets. That's why I hadn't seen you for a while. It's totally understandable. You know what? My Discord is always open to you. Should you want to chat and hang out there? It would be great to stay in touch with you. You've been a tremendous resource for research that I greatly appreciate, and a good friend. So that's open to you if you'd like. But I very much understand needing to take a break from the social medias. It's anarchy out there, is what I'd said to somebody earlier in the Discord, coincidentally. It's anarchy out there. People just say anything. Case in point, Mr. Temper, always down for danger. Okay, so chat, though, I do need to know, should I buy the sword or should I buy the shield? Sword or shield? Leaning towards the shield? Oh, Linguistic Dragon in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The editor-in-chief of thepixels.com. That's the-pixels.com. How's it going, Linguistic Dragon? Good to see you here again. This feels like an old family reunion, doesn't it? Except you're all the old grannies that want to pinch my cute cheeks. And prioritize damage? Okay, so we got one vote for the sword. Anybody else? You don't need the sword. You'll be one-shotting everything anyway. Well, that's curious. So, like, maybe we should go with the shield then. So we've got one vote for sword, one vote for shield. We really just need a tiebreaker. I could see myself voting either way. I could see myself voting for the the shield, though, because, you know, single play does have a good point. Maybe we will do that. Okay, bandage shield costs 10,000. Here we go. I mean, that's a lot of money. Bandage shield. Oh, it's beautiful, too. It does not at all look banded. Like, remotely. Doesn't even know. Defense is a good offense type when it comes to games yourself. Ah, I see. I'm a good offense is the best offense type, generally speaking. I like glass hammer builds, I think. That's the thing about me. I like glass. I like hammers, you know? Let's see. We've got some herbs we can buy, but I believe we already have one. So let me see. Yeah, we've already got it. So let's buy up the rest of this stuff. I have no idea what it does, but why not? Illusion mirror. Mirror of illusion. Costs 500 gold. Oh, chicken feed at this point. We got the mirror of illusion. Let's try out the amulet. Costs 1,000. Also, chicken feed. I buy stocks more expensive than that. Fairy necklace. Fairy necklace costs, a significant amount of money. That is not chicken feed. And I do not buy stocks more expensive than 50,000 gold. Thank you very much. So, I don't know. Are we witnessing Mr. Temper retracting a statement? I can't believe it's happened. It's happened, ladies and gentlemen. It was going to happen eventually. Oh, I tried to slay that guy. It didn't work. Okay, now let's go finish literally the first dungeon in the game. That we haven't done. I have not done that. So, but we're gonna tackle it. We're gonna take care of it. While I'm here, also need to mention that we're streaming on YouTube and Twitch now. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, and if the Twitch gods will smite me for it, but it's true. So if you prefer one platform over the other, now you have some options. You're welcome. And oh, you know what? We gotta equip stuff. We'll go ahead and stagger our saves. We'll move from the top down. That's what we'll do. Okay, so there's the banded armor, banded shield. No idea what these do. Let's try them out. Mirror of illusion. Does nothing. Okay. Oh, it got used up. I don't like that. Let's try the amulet and see what it does. Oh. Oh, that was an on-screen. That was like a big AoE type kill. Can you just spam that over and over again? Why would you not want to do that? Trying to be a decent person now. You know what? Somehow I didn't think this was possible, but my respect has gone up for you even further. It's wild. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna reload our previous save because I didn't want to waste the mirror. Oh, that was cool. You get like a little slashy thing. Does anybody know about the amulet? Can I just use that? Excuse me. Can I just use that infinitely? Because if so, that's a mite dangerous, I think. But I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you very much. Sometimes it happens. I'm allergic to wasting mirrors of illusion. Really, that's what happened. This down air is so twerky looking. Twerpy looking. I keep meaning to say something other than twerk, but it just comes out. They're definitely not infinite. Okay, so we won't try and take advantage of that because we're not in the business of wasting items here. Not in this house. Things are so much easier now, though. Was this door still locked over here? I believe it is, but let's go check. This is where I did my grinding yesterday, if you weren't able to make it yesterday. First of all, shame on you. No, just kidding. Yesterday, though, I stopped right here under these stairs. Watch this. Super easy to set up. You just do this. You get a little bit closer. There you go. And you could just let that guy respawn over and over again. It was wild. It is like a blender. I mean, you feel like a human Swiss Army knife here. It is It's a significant amount of damage. I've seen the comparisons between this game and Zelda 2, and you could see that. I mean, there's similarities for sure. But one of the big difference is this sword is a lot longer and a lot faster, and it swipes in an arc in comparison to Link's sword in The Legend of Zelda, or in what was it? Zelda 2, Link's Awakening. There you go. Weird title. It'd be weird if they had kept that naming convention for the Zelda series. You know, like imagine if Breath of the Wild was called, I don't know, Zelda 23 Breath of the Wild. That would be weird. I'm glad they stuck with Legend of Zelda. It has a bit more of a ring to it. A bit more fantastical. Still loving this this background. Okay, we'll save here and see what happens. Oh yeah, there's still slime room. We're like two-shotting slimes, which has got to be an improvement of some kind. I think it was taking like 6 or so hits the last time. Who knew that slimes could be so chonky? Prefer Zelda 2's combat, but this game has better RPG elements. I think I could agree with that. Zelda 2... You know what? I'll waffle on this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you prefer an RPG that lets you allocate all of your stat gains? Or do you prefer one that just, you know, sort of does it for you automatically, like this one? I waffle on that. Sometimes I prefer one, sometimes I prefer the other. Still forgetting really what to do here. I'm not sure how you're supposed to hit this. Oh, there we go. So... this is ridiculous. That hitbox is trash, too. That was an awful, awful boss. Prefer automatic most of the time, dependent on the game sometimes. Now, that makes sense. I think ultimately a system needs to serve the game that it's in. For instance, I really like the idea of Final Fantasy X's sphere grid, but it is a bit tedious. It is a bit tedious at certain points. Whereas this, you know, you're just gonna get your levels, and it doesn't seem like there's a whole ton of stats in this game anyway. You're just you're going linearly. There's no customization or anything. Trinkets, personally, I like to do it auto because I hate the stress of having to choose doing it wrong. Yeah, and I can empathize with that. I'm someone, Edgar, do not interfere. I'm someone who gets like overly perfectionist about customizing characters. Like I'll spend like 3 hours in a custom character creator. You know, when it comes to like building like a class a certain way, like in Elden Ring or something like that, I built like way too many classes, just fussed around with that. More side scroller than RPG, really. I don't know if I could put there's a thing with like genre hybrids, right? Like there's no way to say like a percentage, right? Like this game you couldn't say is 70% side scroller and 30% RPG. It's just a side scroller with RPG elements. I didn't want to know how long you'll spend in a customer. No, it was a mere slip of the forked tongue, I guarantee. Do you know what you are doing? No question mark. If you insist upon this course of action, we will all be doomed. I wish I knew who was talking. Hey, are you still here? I told you before that you're not welcome here. Oh, just jumped behind me. So spry. You are foolhardy. I will spare you this time, but the next time you show your face, you will die. It takes off. I don't even know who that was. Who are you? I heard you were unable to escape, so I came to rescue you. Because of me, you are in grave danger. Let us leave this place quickly. Give me a hand. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first dungeon of Ys 3. Dewey. Oh, this is Dewey. So maybe we should sound like Huey, Dewey, and Louie from DuckTales. I'll try. We've lost the use of the quarry. Edgar. I don't know when he's talking, so. Okay, you are Adol, are you not? So maybe he's like,
You're Adol, are you not? I'm Digful. You were able to rescue Edgar, Uncle Scrooge? Well, please let the town know that Edgar is safe and sound.
just had a mini stroke there. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. That's all he has to say. Well, please let the town know. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing that voice again, ever. Whew. Now, my kids really love when I do that voice, but usually they're like, why did Daddy pass out? I'll tell you why. Because you can't get blood to the brain when you're doing that voice. Doggy was looking for you. Hurry to the inn.
Hurry to the inn, Uncle Scrooge.
See? No, it just stops all blood from flowing to the brain. You always say that, but then you do the voice again later. Who are you to say? It's not like you've been in this stream before. Hey, how's it going, Pangus? Welcome to the Big Blue House. Welcome. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for being here today. I'm glad you... Hey, and you're on the old YT as well. Thanks for keeping the cobwebs off of the YouTube. It's an old YouTube, but it checks out. And hopefully there'll be new videos on there. I am in the process of uploading old... Oh, and Syncoplay, this is for you. I'm in the process of uploading old streams from when I played through RPGs previous on Twitch onto YouTube, so you can watch those there if you'd like. Things like Lagoon, Lufia 2 and 1. I even have my Zombies Ate My Neighbors playthrough in one sitting. So it was a 5-hour, one playthrough, solid all the way through sitting for Halloween. There's the Maui marathon that we did to raise funds for Lahaina. We watched through the entirety of Final Fantasy X's cutscenes, if you recall. But Syncoplay, here's the thing for you, right, is Lagoon. How long did it take me to beat the final boss in Lagoon? 23 minutes that stream was. Final bosses were 23 minutes. As I recall, I think you said, I hate you. Which I took in stride, really, because I know you're a kind person. Adol, you came at just the right time. I want you to do me a favor. Elena, will you tell us the story once more?
This is the first time I met you, and for me to tell...
What is her words? I have met you, and...
For me to tell you this is awkward. It's about my brother Chester. It has been a half year since my brother left the house. He's been working for...
Lord McGaia. Yeah, sure.
I do not know what he is doing.
Lord McGaia. I also heard a rumor that my brother is in the ruins of Ilvern. Her voice dropped. I have been there to search for him.
There were strange monsters infesting the ruins. It was there that I found my brother's pendant on the ground. I'm sure he's there. I'm not certain if it has anything to do with it, but Cleric Pierre of the town went to the ruins yesterday and has not returned. Adol, will you go to the ruins to find Cleric Pierre? I'm concerned for the welfare of this town. If you see Chester, please tell him that Elena is worried about him. I'm so sorry to impose upon you. By the way, my name...
I already knew your name. Elena Stoddart. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So far... that's why you cursed at me. So far, Adol's only job is to go and get villagers who got themselves stuck in places. Seems like that's about it. Re-uploading streams. Yeah, hopefully, I'm not expecting an explosive traction or anything like that. Like, I'm an old man playing old games. Like, it's like that's never been done before. But at least it'll be all in one place, since Twitch is doing that whole thing now where they're like cutting into the amount of things that you can upload and store on Twitch. So I was like, we got a YouTube channel, we'll just push stuff over there. Okay, so there it is. Ilvern Ruins. Dungeon 2. Oh yeah, look at that volcano. Is just, I gotta tell you too, that's not what volcanoes look like. I mean, that's a heck of a volcano. I've been to a volcano. I've seen volcanoes. And there's nothing here, but we're gonna swing our sword anyway. Alright. Oh, new music. It's so good. Excellent soundtrack. Oh, somebody's throwing stuff. Dude, trying to dodge things on this game, not possible. You can move so quickly, but also it's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, it seems like Twitch has been making a bunch of horrible decisions recently. I mean, Twitch, if you're listening, don't delete my stuff. That's all I gotta say. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta move it elsewhere now. So everything's gonna be stored on YouTube. So there's that. In terms of tourism on both terms of service. Oh yeah. Yeah, they changed it recently. So a lot of, and actually I didn't even know this was possible because I'm not in the loop. But a couple of my colleagues were doing co-streaming, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Apparently with Restream, which is what I'm using, you can get it to more than just 2 spots, but you got to pay a premium and all that jazz. There's a lot of birds here. So eventually might do Facebook streams because we've got a Facebook group for RPGs, retro RPGs, in fact. Figure, you know, somebody else can cover the modern stuff. I don't even want to bother with these birds. This is a long area. So Castlevania-ish. Oh, there's a lot of birds. Anybody know if the herbs on this game... Oh, I'm sorry, the herbs on this game recover your health in entirety, regardless of how much health you have? Because I'm unsure about that. If so, I mean, we're carrying one. That's great. What's up, Sarge? Yeah. No, we did a grind for about... I want to say it was about a 2-hour grind yesterday. So I did not leave it on all night or anything like that. I didn't want to utterly break the game. Just a little bit of breaking, though. A little bit of breaking is fine. Yeah. Oops. Whoop. But, you know, I figured that first boss was just... That was a little silly. What is this? What is this? I cannot even see what the heck that is running along the floor. That was crazy. Time to eat some herbs and find out. Yeah, what? You know, I mean, we're going to save it, but we'll find out eventually. Those are the things you need to know, though, you know? Flames, they looked like flames, but I was like, is this a projectile? Is this an enemy? Okay, listen to this jangle right here. See, good thing we bought the really, really good shield, so we don't gotta care about the weenie small shield. But it seems like they're giving you stuff throughout this, the dungeons here, so you don't gotta worry too much. I guess there was nothing. I guess we gotta go this way. Oh, watch out! You gotta watch out for mages. There we go. Okay, new area. Nice floor. Uh-oh. Hey, the music didn't change. I was not given a boss fight clue. Cleric Pierre, what business do you have here? I was lost and happened to end up here. I do not want to hear such lies. You came to the ruins to look for the statue, did you not? What is that noise above us? So, you are the swordsman who was in the Tigre Quarry. I warned you before to never show your face again. Uh-oh. Tall guys with swords. Really tall guys. Or with spears. Come with us. Do not resist. Aw, come on. We could have taken them. Below was a river of hot lava. No one has returned from there alive. Are you Chester? How do you know my name? Why does text go back to white from red? Elena was worried about you. She was in grief and said her brother is not the same as before. I see. So you have met Elena. But this is my way of life. It is none of yours nor Elena's business. Goodbye. Goodbye with hyphen, even. No. Stuff. There's so much stuff. How are you supposed to dodge any of this? Ah! So much stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to get away from this stuff. I don't even know if I'm going the right direction. Like, no wonder nobody's returned alive from here. This is a lot more dangerous than just the river of lava. My goodness. Goodness gracious. Uh-oh, is this a Minecraft movie reference? I still have not seen it. I don't feel like having soda poured on my head by a teenager. But, did you see it? Was it any good? My kids would like to see it. That jangle was your ringtone? Which jangle? I don't know which one. Alright. Flower. There's a single flower here. Doesn't look like we can do anything with it. That feels important, though. This is so like an NES game in that regard. There's things like that where, like, this feels important, but it doesn't appear to do anything when I interact with it. Oh my gosh, just running from these birds. Running like a constipated wiener dog. Haha! Fooled you. Oh my goodness! Okay. Okay. My gosh. I guess you gotta get that jump timing down. Music changed. You know what that means? Oh, you can't save down here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Sarge says it's kind of a technique-less game. More levels equipment gated than anything. That's a great observation, and I think you're absolutely right. I mean, you could hold down the swinging thing. Doesn't feel good in an action game when that's the case, but, you know, you can auto-grind, I guess. That balances things out, you know? It's a shame that this was the only Ys game released in North America for the Super Nintendo. Because it's, you know, it has to represent its whole series. James, how are you? See, the holding down the attack button has paid off. It has. Yeah, we've gained quite a few. Maybe it's overheated the save option. Totally possible. Totally possible. Sorry, 9-year-old was right. Very much don't think too much movie. Oh, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's a Minecraft film, you know? Not expecting Inception or something like that. Christopher Nolan's Minecraft. Definitely there's ideas here, but it's probably the weakest of the bunch. 2 others on the S3 if you count the expert version of... so, I mean, the other 2 are Super Famicom, right? I gotta make sure. Otherwise, they have to be on my list. More technique if you don't auto-grind. I can imagine. But also, I don't know how you would beat that first boss without overstacking the odds in your favor, you know? Because it didn't seem like there was an easy or sensible way to avoid damage on that boss. Like, even if I was jumping, you're just taking damage. I'm sure there's some crazy person out there who's done, you know, a damageless run through of Super Nintendo Ys 3. Oh, things are so fast. A little Super Nintendo slowdown helps. This is a cool boss. Cool boss doing cool stuff. Don't get hit by it. Watch my health for me, please. It's not like you get... Yeah. Hey, I call shenanigans on that. I was clearly swinging my sword into your face, dragon. There's probably, knowing this, boss, there's probably like a spot to stand. Okay. Dang, and this is with over-grinding. See, stuff like this, this is a great example. Like, I don't know how you're equipped to react to this fast enough. Now, given this is the first time I've fought this boss. Battle of attrition, and you use the power ring. So, if that's what I mean, though, if it is a battle of attrition, you have to have the resources there, right? Like, you've got to be at a decently high level in order to play a battle of attrition. If you're like, it seems like that's not possible if you're like level 2, 3, 4 even. Ease 4 is more like first 2, Ease 5 probably the other way around, no bump combat. More normal. Ease 6 is where you argue it goes good. Health is almost out. I can see it right now. The rest is 60-bit. Ease games are some of the worst of the bunch, so we didn't miss a lot. Watch your health, but I can't call out before you die with this stream mic. Yeah, that's true. You gotta call me by phone then. We'll see you to play a different game. The time between me typing, and yeah, and two, I'm not looking at the chat either, so I won't see it. I will do my best to not die here. That's all I can say. Maybe we could try the amulet. And let's try the power ring too. Why not? See what it does. I'm red now. Better watch out. Is this doing more damage or less damage or a little bit of damage? Hello? Oh, you jerk. Okay, life is pretty low. Woo! So let's go ahead and, what is this? Oh yeah, it's the thing we got. Oh boy. It's under equipment. This might still be death right here. I don't know if I can push this fast enough. Oh yeah, we got it. There we go. Oof. The Fire Dragon's amulet. Got it. Oh, take the ring off. It's still draining me. Equipment. There we go. Attaboy. Okay, now can we save? We can. So we'll do the bottom one. Yeah, victorious music. So anyway, definitely what we were talking about earlier, attrition and whatnot. Oh, you gotta go backwards now? No? Oh, if you just run... oh, provided it's a flat surface. This is silly. This is silly. Alright. Back to this craziness. So, I guess we gotta go the other way now then. Oh yeah, so the question I was gonna ask with attrition though is, do you think, I mean, beyond being like a speedrunner who's played this game 1,000 times, do you think it's going to be on average doable to beat that first boss with just like 2 or 3 levels? Almost have enough cash for the broadsword. Oh, heck yeah. Let's see. I missed a few things. What would you say is that level sync play in the first dungeon until you can beat that boss with a sliver of life left? He's 8. Lacrimosa of Dana, or whatever it's called. They have funky names, so. Yeah, no, I think 45 minutes is quite a long time. Don't remember well enough to know. If you had to guess, well, like, and it doesn't take long to get the first couple of levels too. We'd say like maybe around level 8, something like that. Because you'd have to have stats stacked in your favor with that first boss. That doesn't seem like something, like it's not like a Mega Man boss pattern, right? Which is what I always think of for good boss design, where you can, begin to develop a sense of what that pattern is, adhere to it, and overcome it. Whereas here, there's gotta be some of that grindage. Very curious. It might be a runner strat. I'm sure you're forced to grind. It would be interesting to watch a speed run of this, actually. You remember a number from years ago You just kind of felt it out. No, I got it. I got it. I was only asking for a guess. I understand you may not want to put a number on there. But yeah, if I had to guess based on what we did yesterday, I mean, a slime killed me and I had like half my life. It scales pretty high pretty fast. We were like level 8. That sounds about like right. With the best equipment you can have. Oh, so like the what is it? Banded armor stuff? Ooh, the player's guide. I love the player's guide series. This part is just silly. There's way too much going on. And it's kind of crazy that there's no slowdown here. There's so many sprites on the screen at once. And you know how the SNES could be susceptible to slowdown. But here it's just like, nope. Lightning pace. Adol held out the fire dragon's amulet. The river of lava was frozen solid. Sweet. Picked the right direction. Most of the rest, like the dragon, are where there's some amount of skill that can make up for levels. That makes sense. The dragon boss certainly seemed, quote unquote, fairer in that regard. The first boss did not seem very fair, but the dragon seemed like you could definitely get a sense of its movement patterns. Let's see, not the super expensive silver. You definitely need the chainmail. Seems that way. Seems that way. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and save. So we are actually only level 12 right now. I didn't check that, and I imagined it would have been pretty extreme, but we're only level 12. Which I was probably over level 8 yesterday when I ended the stream. I didn't check, but yeah, I'm not sure. These are long and dangerous tunnels. And there's more. Oh wait, there's more. And I used up my medicinal herb too, so I don't have that to fall back on. Unless there's another one. That's pretty wild that there's only one healing item available right now. Quite a lot of life that you can get. But you know, still. Bit surprising. How long is the fire dungeon? Oh, hello. You're safe. I'm glad. Why are you here in such a dangerous place? I think someone is coming. Quickly, hide. Hide where? Oh, and in the door. Hide in the door. This guy, Chester. I heard noises around here. Chester, what is the matter? Just now I thought I heard noises around here. Must be imagining things. By the way, Chester, whatever happened to Cleric Pierre? Cleric Pierre seems to know what we are planning. I will put him in the dungeon of the Balacitine Castle. Lord Garland! Oh, Final Fantasy reference. What happened? The fire dragon, Guylan, has been killed. What? I do not believe it. I will be right there. Chester, can you not stop a mere lad? I thought I finished him. No, Adol's too good. It seems like they're gone. What room is this? This room gives me the creeps. Wait, what is that I see over there? It looks like some kind of a statue. Well, I will go and see. Alright, we're going... Jack Garland. Not to be confused with Theodore Sephiroth or Francis Kefka. Josephine Lavos. Give me his first name, so stupid. Especially when it's like a really common first name. That's all silly. Let's see. The level cap is pretty low. I'd say so. So once you get to the end of that HP bar, then you're done. Your max level. I mean, what? So your max level has got to be like less than 20. Need to have the shield ring to take on that first boss. Did I miss the shield ring? Oh, return the pendant to the grandmother. I forgot to do that. That would totally be something in an NES style where if you got stuck, then you'd be like, all right, what am I supposed to do here? Shield ring. I wonder what it is. It looks like some type of switch. That explains why they designed that first boss to have such relentless attacks. Because they were like, now you got to figure out the shield ring. Adol put his hands above the shining stone. Easy. Elena, what is it? I think this is the path to the statue. Long ago, I heard about the legend from my brother. In the Ilvern ruins, there are creatures that are guarding an unusual statue. Elena, head back towards town. Why? I was the one who made you come to these ruins. I will not just leave you in such a dangerous situation. I must go alone. It is too dangerous for you to come. Please go back to the town. I am sorry. I will do as you ask. Such stiff language. Adol, be careful. Be careful for the dangerous environs. I will be careful for the dangerous environs. It has a kind of charm to it. That old-fashioned localization. Nope, can't get up there. This ain't Super Mario. Just keep slashing. Let's save again. Because you never know. Oh, there's more? Better not be another boss, because, oh, it's another boss. Because I will need that herb. Okay. Amulet, do anything? Let's try it. Oh yeah, sweet. You know, if that's too flashy, don't look at the screen. It is very flashy. I'm in a dark room right now, and oh, the amulet's broken, and I cannot right now with this. That is so bright. Okay, power rank time. What? Okay, not power rank time. Let's take that off. There he is. Holy moly. Oh yeah, that beat is thick. This is a great soundtrack. Okay. Alright. So, note to self. Don't suck at the game. Should be pretty easy, right? Got cooked indeed. Got flamed, incinerated, conflagrated. Consumed by fire. It was not great. So we're going to use this a couple times. Looks like you can use it 3 times. And then I've got to figure out how to hit it without getting hit myself. So that doesn't work. Oh, watch it be something like you can only hit it in the head. If you think this is great, you need to listen to the other. I know. I mean, that's what everybody's been telling me about. I have a personal fondness for the Super Nintendo's sound, so there's that. But I'm sure that there are objectively better versions of these tracks as well. Okay, you probably got to hit this thing in the face, I'm guessing. Yep. Because, okay, you're just gonna stand there and take it? I will. Well, that's weird. Bosses are not very well designed on this. Okay. All right. Well, that happened. That doesn't feel earned. Restart the game. Well, you do. I know you don't like Sega Genesis farts. Oh, yeah, I didn't know. And I think that this particular sound would probably sound decent on Sega Genesis. Like that previous boss music, I'm sure that sounds pretty good on Genesis, for sure. Yeah, I mean, maybe I just hadn't stepped close enough, so it didn't back up, but I was like, if it's going to let me do this, we're just going to do this. Now what? I guess backtrack, because I can't jump up there. Backtrack to where? Yeah, because I can't actually select that. There's a fire dragon's amulets, the warehouse key, but I can't select those statues. So we won't worry too much about that. We just gotta go back. Watch your heathen mouth. Dang. What do you say? It's not a great game. You know what? Here's the thing, though, about the critical sciences, in my view. You could have a good game with some bad things in it. You could have a bad game with some good things in it. I don't know that I would call this a bad game yet. I'm pretty much enjoying myself. But the bosses aren't swell. They're not great. It was original FM synth. Izuku Shiro could make that thing sing. He really could. I mean, that seems fair. Like right now, this seems like around a 6-ish. To me, maybe like a high 5, something like that. I don't know. I'm surprised you were able to return from the lava pit. I have underestimated you. Now I will finish you by my own hand. You better not be a boss fight.
Brother, please stop. Oh, I'm so dreadfully upset.
Elena, why are you here?
I was the one who begged Adol to stop you. Please do not go through with this.
What good will it be if you... Oh. What? Why do they do that to me? What good will it be if you fight with Adol? To me, the statue means nothing. I have to get my revenge. You remember, do you not, what happened on that fateful day? Adol, stay out of this. You must... I must do what I must do.
Oh no, Chester, come back.
Come back, Chester. Ooh. Adol, shall we return to the town? Let's go. You know what, though? Games that warp you out of dungeons when you finish them, that's swell. Cinco plays standing up for the underdog. You know what, though? I'll say it. I love a lot of 4 out of 10s. Because ultimately, a critical score is a critical score, and personal affection is personal affection. Very 2 different things. Dramatically different things. But yeah, there's 4s I like. There's 3s I like. 2s? I'm trying to think of a 2. Crazy Bus. No, I don't know. I can't think of it too often. Do a good Blanche de Viro. I don't know who that is. Temper. I'm sorry. Wow, way to not go home, Atlanta. Yeah, forbidden. Just look at me. Lagoon is a 4 out of 10? I don't know. That's pretty low. That's not a great game either. You know what is a 2? Lord of the Rings Volume 1. And I don't know that I would say I love it. That's the thing too, is there's grades, right? There you can't just hate or love. There's like love, like, tolerate, enjoy, appreciate, respect, and then there's gradations of dislike. Disliking, insufferable, intolerable, mildly irked. Some games can be objectively iffy, but for some reason still have a soft spot for it. No, and that's wonderful. I think that's part of the joy of the art, right? Do something like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Yeah. So for me, here's a 2. Spider-Man: Revenge of the Sinister Six on NES. LJN published. I can't remember who developed that thing. I just spent enough time with it to endear myself to it. That's another thing, right? Is you actually come to appreciate something more over time, right? And like as a kid, I just played a lot of that game, and I loved Spider-Man, so it endeared itself to me. But I know critically that is not a great game, and my affection for it certainly does not make it a great game. You know what I'm saying? Blanche the Southern Belle from the Golden Girls TV show. I'm sad that you know that. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. My heart is true. We're gonna take a break. A pal and a confidant. If you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the greatest gift would be from me and the card attack. Okay, here we go. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. My heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Dun, 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 dun. It does like this weird. If you threw a party. Oh. If you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would say, oh, that doesn't sound right. You would say the greatest gift would be from me. You guys didn't know this was going to be part of the stream. Me and the card attached would say, oh, card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Da, 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 da. Okay, got that out of my system. Back to the game. Here we go. Don't clip that, please. All depends on how much of a personal turnoff a game's flaws are. That's true too, because different flaws can be different turnoffs, right? Grinding is a perfect example. Who said that, by the way? All depends on how much of a personal... Linguistic Dragon, of course. Linguistic Dragon, always following up with the excellent statement. Grinding is a perfect example of something that a game can do in excess. And for some people, it's a turnoff. For some people, it's not. I think too much grind is objectively a bad thing. But you could absolutely enjoy that process. LD, aka Smarty Pants. Teacher's pet, I prefer. Well, there are things I must take care of. Adol, please forgive my brother. She just goes and cries in the river. Okay, here we go. You know what though? Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about Ys 3. Live critique. I do like the pace of the game. I think somehow the speed of it makes it what would I say? It makes the grind more enjoyable. Yeah, there's that. What else do I like about this game? The music. Come on, the soundtrack. I'm going out for a while. Where are you going? I'm going to the Eldam Mountains to visit the master who helped me a long time ago. Edgar would like to speak to you. His house is next to the inn. Okay. We agree. Fond of riddling talk and wasting time trying to figure it out. It really is an action game disguised as an RPG. Or it's an action RPG. Baron Wedwing, how are you? Finally caught the stream. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. We got the Wonder Twins back in town. We are now, by the way, on YouTube and Twitch. Don't tell Twitch that. So if you prefer one platform or the other, there you go. It stinks in here. Oh, hi, Bear. Terrible. Terrible brotherhood. Graphics are pretty good for a launch SNES title. This came out in 91? No. I mean, we're talking launch like Super Nintendo, not launch Super Famicom, right? I gotta know. When did this come out on Super Nintendo? Let me see. Oh, 92. So January 92. But yeah, if this had come out in 91, I mean a month later, that we could be generous here. I see what you're saying though. It is an early, like within the first year of time. Was a US launch title. Well, it came out the year after the Super Nintendo launched, but it was within the first, 6 to 8 months of the Super Nintendo? It depends on what you count a launch title, I guess. SNES launched in 91 in North America. Like 99% sure. 91. Okay, here we go. It's prettier than Lagoon, I'll say that. Lagoon was kind of a very dull, drab game. Obviously, there's a lot of dull and drab going on here, but the dungeons look pretty nice. Adol, you came at a good time. Look at what has happened to this room. Someone has broken in while I was away. This is not the work of a thief. It was probably a rouge from Balancitine Castle. A rogue. Remember that statue you retrieved from the Tigray quarry? They must think I have it. The monster's appearance is connected to that statue. We would be stronger with a swordsman such as yourself. Will you join our forces? Thank you, Adol. I have a favor to ask of you. You know of the closed door in the quarry, do you not? It is through that door the statue is kept. Fellow miners have started their way towards the quarry. I want you to join them in the search for the statue. Take this with you. It will protect you. The time ring. Let's see. August 91? I'm seeing January 1992. Let's go ahead and check sources here. Where are you finding Super Nintendo was August 1991. Got it. I thought we were still talking about Ys 3. You're going to consider the first few months to be a launch window. This was 4 months in. Got it. Some people I talk to consider the first year like calendar year, not like year in terms of months past. So generally I consider like launch games to be games that are out when the system launches. So, you know, like for like day one games. But I am absolutely willing to work within whatever context somebody says, so long as I know which context they're saying, right? If they're talking about games that launched when the system launched, or games within the first 6 months or the first calendar year, or games, you know, that came out the same year as the system, all good to know. Remember the SNES launched so much, so yeah. I was not that old, but I wanted an SNES, that's for sure. This was previewed in the first batch of SNES games in Nintendo Power. Radical. Is Lagoon older than Ys 3? I think it is. I want to say it was 1988. The original version. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and give the grandmother that pendant as well. Hey, that pendant, that belonged to my son, Robert.
Oh, so it is you.
Oh, or was that Adol talking? I don't know.
You're the one that went to the quarry to rescue his friends. Please take this ring with you. I do not want that tragedy to ever happen again.
There's a shield ring. Would have come in handy, but lo and behold. Oh yeah, let's go buy a broadsword. That's what we could do now. But was it at the blacksmith's house? This dude? No, I can't buy anything from him now if that's the case. Okay, we'll check the other houses. Check the other houses just to be sure. I think that was it, though. I think that was it. Because this has got the fortune teller in it. Yeah. Oh, what about this house? Oh, here we go. Oh, no. No. I want stuff. Sword. Broadsword. This sword costs money. Yes, we will give you that money. Okay. So now we're decked out. I mean, we've got everything that they sold at the shop. Yeah, it looks the same. Lagoon was September 1990. Okay, so it was much later then I was thinking. These are both. How's it going, Jiggly? SNES was released was a month before Ys 3. These predates by a year, at least in original releases. There's so many releases to keep track of. And if you can keep track of that in your head, whew, more power to you. I cannot. I have trouble reminding my kids' names. Oh yeah, we gotta go to Tigray Quarry. Never mind dates for some of these old games. That's tricky. But that's why we write things down as a species. Because there's just no other way to keep track of it. Alright. We gotta go to the door. We'll just breeze through all this nonsense. Let's go ahead and save it just in case something stupid happens. And we are on original hardware, so you never know. You never know what could happen. Basically consider Lagoon, Draken, Ys 3 pre Final Fantasy 16-bit JRPG triad. So, do you love them for them being on the Super Nintendo? I'm trying to find the source of the love here. Edgar asked me to come. Is everyone inside? Hurry, there are many creatures roaming around inside of the abandoned mine. Be very careful. Wasn't there another, but hang on, though. What are we talking about? Now, I gotta look stuff up, man, because now I'm like, what with what? Looking at some stuff. Oh, where do I have it saved? We got some information here. Oh, Draken. Good times. And that was the first one released for... let's let this music play. This one right here. Draken was the first released for Super Nintendo in the West. In terms of RPGs. Did all three of those really come out? So Ys 3, Lagoon, and Draken. I mean, Draken was out a long time before Super Nintendo. Those three all were out in Japan earlier than Final Fantasy 2/4. Oh, you played all of them before FF4. See, I was about to start questioning like the timeline. I was confused as to like when each thing released, because I know they had separate, like PC things. Well, Ys 3 in the US was out after Final Fantasy 2 was out, right? Oh my gosh. I think Lagoon was? It sucks. I think that's a theme of this of today's stream, Baron. It sucks, but I love it. Let me see here. There's I had stuff written down. So, okay. So based on my research, Draken was out September 91. This is just North American Super Nintendo. Final Fantasy 2 was out same month as ActRaiser. That's November 91. And then Lagoon came out December 91. So you've got 4. ActRaiser, obviously, that's super hybrided. With 3 or 4, depending on how you're going to slice it, in the Super Nintendo's launch year. Calendar year, right? And then you've got Ys 3 came out January 92. Oh, and then Zardion, April 92. And then Arcana, May 92. Okay. I was getting super confused by times and stuff like that. Oh, I was like, what? Who in the what? Where? Okay. So, and that's cross-checking a bunch of different sites. Obviously, information back then can be difficult to find, and there's a lot of contradictory information, contradictory statements on different database websites. Oh no, that plant thing! I forgot to recharge my ring. I should have done that. Oh, okay. That wasn't very nice. Oh, this track is kind of a mess. You may not count it as an RPG. I'm sure you don't. It's certainly not a traditional RPG. A hybridized game. But what are your thoughts on ActRaiser? That it's like surprisingly early on the Super Nintendo. And quite ambitious with its concept and system system mashup, system crossovers. But Shining Crystal. Time is a concept. It is. It's rough sometimes. Did you ever try a PC or other versions of Draken? Oh, there's a question for Baron. I have not. I'll just volunteer that information. I think, here's another weird little tidbit. I think the oldest game that was ported to the Super Nintendo is Dungeon Master. Actually, but I did play that one. You might like it single play. I don't know if you played that one. It's pretty janky. There's stuff in there like if you walk into a wall, you take damage, which in a first-person perspective dungeon crawler is pretty brutal. It was especially brutal on the thing. On this the controller. Especially. Do I got to talk to you? Hurry and find the statue. Yeah, we got the statue. I don't need to be too worried about damage here. I'll just breeze through everything. That's the sound of breezing through everything. It goes like that. It goes. So what are we, like halfway through this game already? Something like that? It's totally possible. I heard it's not long. I think playing something... I mean, because we did Zardion right before this. I think something more traditional after this would feel nice. I'm just not sure yet what that's going to be. So I think it's the house... This house right here. Nope, Granny's house.
Have you come to tuck an old man in? I mean, an old woman. Oh.
Here we go. Fellow miners have started their way towards the quarry. I want you to join them in the search for the statue. Okay, but we got the statue. So... It's right there. Ah. Okay, no. We got the statue, though. So... and Dogi took off, right? Let's talk around. Edgar had been acting strangely, as if there was something on his mind. Grandma, you got anything? Please leave me alone. When I speak to young people, I'm reminded of my lost son, Robert. I apologize. Grandma Ida showed herself in the house. Yep. Got it. This town is dependent on the Tigray quarry. Oh, yes. Oh, here we go. The Shining Crystal. With this, you can make the Brosia's secret medicine. Make the stuff. Let's see. Do I already have an herb? Oh, no. I did need to buy one. Okay, I'll take it. And then recharge ring. All right. Thank you. So we've still got the crystal. What else are we supposed to do with it? Recently, the people of Valentine Castle have been seen in the area. I have a feeling they're watching us. Wonder what they're up to. You are not a familiar face. Are you a traveler? That's a blacksmith. Okay, no obvious scripting right now. If I go back to the Ilvern ruins, what happens if I get to that area where I was arrested by the servants of Chester? I don't know. Let's find out. Game moves fairly quickly, so it shouldn't be too bad to find a spot. Find that spot again. This music right here. I do gotta listen to the soundtrack on other systems once I finish this game, I think. Broadsword so far. Did I equip that actually? I did. Okay. Does not seem like it's providing a ton of extra damage. But everything kind of dies pretty quickly anyway. Wolf. Oh. Wolfie. That was weird. It was like all the damage was being absorbed by the birds. Whee! Pogo stick jump. Oh yeah. There's just no way to get around that, is there? You gotta like jump to get rid of those things? Oh yeah, this room. Alright, so this is a complete mystery after this. Let's see. Is it going to be treasure? Is it just going to lead me to where I was thrown off the cliff? I guess I can stop attacking. Okay, nothing there. It's just going to be an empty room with no script in it. Yeah, I could definitely see that with the sword not being super useful. Seems like it would have been useful at a lower level, but here at a higher, for sure, it seems like the defense is worth a lot more. It's a big area for nothing to be in. Okay, this is where, right? Yeah. Okay. All comes back full circle. So that... Oh, that was weird. Did you see that? So we can't replicate that again. Yeah! That's a little silly. Standing on invisible stairs. How's it going, Aegis? Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna go all the way up. Watch there be a secret room. Yeah! No, there's no secret room. I tried. A glitch! We found our first glitch. And whatever happened to that dragon boss. The purple one. It was like a wyvern or something. A wyvern. It is cool. It almost feels like walking on air. This is going to be the room. Yeah. Okay, so there's nothing down here. Pajos... I'm sorry with the names here. Pojo-sama? Hey, I don't know that we've interacted before on here. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm glad you got to show up just in time for seeing the glitch. That was interesting. And Mr. Thou is in the house. The soundtrack is great. Not a glitch. Adol is just that cool. Okay. Okay, we don't need to be out running defense for E3's glitches. It can be cool if it's a glitch. It's fine. It was probably Adol's pauldrons. His pauldrons are just that they're so big that they act like umbrellas. Just completely causing him to be able to float and whatnot. That's what happened. It was an updraft. It absolutely does have a banger soundtrack. And because it was highly recommended to me, I'd say if you're curious, check out the other systems that had this game and their variations on their soundtrack. Seems legit. I think we're all familiar with Yuzo Koshiro's work on Streets of Rage, but this is excellent as well. Okay. Long area. I had to know. Well, Pojo-sama, how'd you find us? I'm curious about that. I'll post across different social medias, and it's good to know what actually worked. Or did you find us? Just naturally here on Twitch? Oh, on Blue Sky. Cool. Hey, Blue Sky, coming in handy. Thanks, Blue Sky, and thanks for stopping by. So, my name's Moses, aka the Well-Read Mage, and we're playing through every Super Nintendo RPG, all of them. I was doing this series back in 2023 and had to stop for a variety of significant personal reasons. Not significantly personal reasons, significant reasons which are also personal. And we played through quite a few then. We hit up, Lufia 1 and 2, Draken. The list is endless. And now, back in the saddle, yesterday, or day before yesterday, we did Zardion, which is a really bizarre, weird little mech action RPG. And then today we're on Release of the Dragon. Today we're on Ys 3, so I don't know what we're going to play after this. All right, folks, I do not know where to go now, so it may be time to incur the knowledge of... Incur is probably not the right word. The knowledge of chat. Chat? Do you know where I'm supposed to go next? I just got the Shining Crystal. Picked it out of the quarry. Taking it back here, it's like they don't know that I'm holding it. So, that's kind of weird. It's the right thing, right? I mean, like, let me see. It was a Shining Crystal, but he wants me to get a statue. Okay, fellow miners started their way towards the quarry. I want you to join them in the search for the statue. So there must be something that I missed in the quarry. New gate opens in the first dungeon, and which I went through, and I thought that it was just a straight area, and I got the treasure at the end. But I don't know. I'll have to go back and see. And we have Ultra Pixel P. You said it would drop by. I forgot to set a reminder. Well, you're here regardless, which I appreciate. Thanks for stopping in. Now, you and I chatted on Twitter, yes? I mean, X. Everybody's still calling it Twitter. Hey, thanks for stopping by, though. I appreciate it. My name's Moses, a.k.a. the Well-Read Mage. Playing through every Super Nintendo RPG. All of them. Even the weird hybrids. So, like, Zardion is a weird hybrid. ActRaiser, a weird hybrid. EVO, Search for Eden, kind of a weird hybrid. I even got King of Dragons and Knights of the Round on here. Those are definitely weird hybrids. Not every day you see an arcade RPG or an arcade game with slight RPG elements. Yeah, we gotta go this way. But Capcom messed around with those for a while. I really do like beat 'em up / RPGs. Roll 'em ups, I like to call them. Dragon's Crown is an excellent example. River City Girls is an excellent example of the roll 'em up. Okay, we call it Twitter on Ponus G on Twitter though. So, oh, okay, yeah. So we did chat there on Twitter today. Yeah, calling it X seems weird. You have to go all the way back to the first year. Oh, I read that. Twixer? ActRaiser is a good time. I do love ActRaiser quite a bit. Yeah, Capcom put out some really good stuff. I'm a huge fan of Breath of Fire 1 and 2. not great games. 2 is not the best game in that series, but it's my personal favorite for a lot of reasons. Dragon's Crown is excellent. It's difficult to talk about that game without talking about the elephant in the room. And remember, this is a PG chat. But that's just an all-around great game. I mean, there's so much cool stuff to do in that one. I wish that we got more roll-em-ups in the world. I mean, there's a few. But you could probably list like a dozen and a half, and that's it. It's not a genre mashup that some people even believe exists. But it's not a genre mashup that is used all too often. So this is where I needed to go, huh? See, I missed this. I did not come down here. Oh shoot! Look at my health. Yeah, let's go ahead. What is this thing? We'll just use that there, right there. With elephants. That was a clever way to keep it PG. You know what? Good on you, Temper. Breath of Fire 4. Yes, Breath of Fire 4 is a great game. It's much more polished than 1 and 2 for sure. 1 is very rough around the edges. Personally, I think Breath of Fire 3 is the best in the Breath of Fire series. But really, you should play 1 through 4 in order if you've not. If you find you can't, read up on the first couple games. 1 and 2 are on Nintendo Switch Online, and 3 is nowhere to be found. That's a tough one. If you got a PS3, I think you can get it off the PSN on there. That did take a lot of health off. Elephant. This game doesn't have any iframes. No, it does not. It's just all the way through. 3 is the one that got a PSP port. Yeah, I'm not sure if they did 4 on PSP. Really, Breath of Fire 3 is probably my least favorite. Go figure. Well, yeah, no, I mean, it's not my favorite either, Smash. Again, to be clear. 2 is my favorite. I appreciate the themes, love the music and the look of 2 the most. But I think 3 is objectively the best in that series. Seems the most self-contained, really polished, excellent systems. Has really interesting sort of like jazzy music for the soundtrack that they did not do very often, and they did not do again in the series at all. Right, again in Breath of Fire, but it's not sticking for me. Both 1 and 2 aren't giving me the vibes to stay with it. I mean, you gotta play it for more than vibes, right? Sometimes the vibes can come and go like mood. If you want to play it, play it. If you don't want to play it, don't play it. That's that's what it says on my bumper sticker. I can't get behind the GBA versions personally. Single play recommending the GBA versions. If you need them for the speed, go for it. I can't personally because I played them on the big screen. I don't like seeing them on the small screen. I think it looks crunched. I don't like the red kind of glaze that is over all the graphics. But more importantly, I don't like the sound of the GBA. I think it sounds really scratchy and awful. But it's cool that it's there as an option. If that's you and you need to have that version, go for it. There's you have Breath of Fire 2 tattoo and yet never played 4 yet. Oh, Mr. Thou. With the Breath of Fire 2 tattoo, and I've seen it. It's cool. Have I played Lufia? I have. We played Lufia on stream. I am currently uploading those playthroughs to YouTube, so you can watch through them if you'd like to. I really liked Lufia 2. Lufia 2 sucked me in like hardcore. Lufia 2, with that ancient cave, oh my goodness. Whew. Yeah, it's excellent. I think Breath of Fire 3 is a bit too slow, though. Oh, that's interesting. The series overall is pretty slow and plodding. And that would be immediate context, but what else would you compare it to that's faster in that time? Because it is a turn-based RPG. It didn't strike me as one in which the walking speed was super slow or anything like that. Breath of Fire 2 does have an awful translation. It's true. Beat Lufia 1 and 2 again recently. More fun than I remembered. I didn't care super much for playing Lufia 1. I thought Lufia 1 had better story beats overall, but Lufia 2 was really fun to play. Ancient Cave, oh my goodness. Fantastic. Lufia 2 I would definitely recommend. There was you know, really unfortunate things in Lufia 2, like major story sequences that were glitched out where you couldn't see what was happening. That was pretty unfortunate, because that game is, I would rank that game pretty high up. Lufia 2 is certainly one of the greats on the system, widely ignored, unfortunately. I've not met anybody who likes the DS reimagining. Nobody. I've not even met people who are like, it sucks, but I love it. I've not met anybody who likes the DS reimagining. So there it is. Trying to trick you with the dungeon layouts. Yeah. Lufia 1, you know, you go from a tower to a cave, and then a tower to another cave. Lufia 1, a bit of a drag, for sure. I'm having a hard time queuing up here. We went in at least 10 times before 2. Oh yeah, Mr. Thou, it's like we were talking about earlier. You endear yourself to something over time with familiarity, right? They say familiarity breeds contempt and absence makes the heart grow fonder. Not true, at least with games. Familiarity breeds endearment. But you could see that way too. Okay. Let's continue here. See what we can do. These are not cool. Those are stingy plants. Don't. Oh, I knew they were gonna do that. You put a blind fall in the game and you fall onto an enemy, and there's no way to tell. That's dirty. Come on. That's mean. You're mean-spirited, and that was mean. They do have a large range. Have I played a fair amount of PS1 RPGs? I would say that I have, but there's a lot of PS1 RPGs. I don't think I've played half of the PS1 RPGs. But my favorite systems for RPGs, Super Nintendo and PS1. PS2, Game Boy, NES. I also like RPGs on. But Super Nintendo and PS1, in my view, were a golden age of RPGs. Just excellent stuff on there. Oh, people. We are not able to open this chest. Strange. It does not seem to be locked. We are not able... Oh, so you probably need the crystal to open it, huh? Yeah, okay. Alright. You could have put just one dude here. The missions tablet. Is that what I needed to get? Dreamcast has got some good RPGs as well, yeah. So I have not played Grandia. Grandia is high on my list. I've got the... I think I have the Dreamcast Grandia. I might have sold it when I got the remaster. Linda Cubed on PS1. I don't know that I've even heard of that one. Strange, it appears to be locked. Oh no, single play. How could you do this to me? Most talked about RPGs are typically on the PS1, SNES, Game Boy. Yeah, and two, I mean, consider this. Most RPGs today are either compared to or created on, I can't say most, because that's a statistical bit of information that I don't have in front of me right now. Many, we'll say, RPGs are compared to RPGs from that golden age, or they're created in sort of direct homage and inspiration, right? Chrono Trigger. They're constantly making Chrono Trigger likes. That ought to be a subgenre by now. I would also like to play Fantasian. Okay, so do you think something is wrong with the chest? I have an awful feeling. What is that sound? Uh-oh. Bad stuff. Help! It is a spell. The legend's curse has come to pass. Well, that wasn't very responsible. What are you babbling about? Show me the stone tablet that was in the box. On it is a picture of a man fighting against a gigantic creature. In his left hand, he is holding a statue. One just like the statue you have. Legend has it, long ago there was a time when the creature Galbalan ruled this area. People who were against him were captured and brutally slain. As in the picture, one man fought against Galbalan. After the epic battle, he used that statue to seal up the monster. However, Galbaland was not destroyed. I cannot believe that time has come once again. Dang, you just released like Calamity Ganon without even thinking. Okay, you know what? I just noticed the color has glitched out on this. See, it's flashing right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reset this. I did save. Okay, I saved. So, wait a second. Sometimes you gotta jiggle the cord in the back. Sometimes you gotta jiggle the cord. See if that did it. Oh, it looks like it did. Yeah, that looks about right. It was really like purple. Uh-oh, it's flashing again. Part of the charm. Modern RPGs are so slow, though. The best 16 had you in a story arc every 20 minutes. Okay, I was going to say... they're... old RPGs are slow. But in terms of gameplay, right? Like, with a walking speed in some RPGs is horrifically slow. But in terms of story, you're absolutely right. Yeah, story arc every 20 minutes. They were much shorter and more compact too, which is nice. Yeah, sometimes I'll play a modern RPG. Like I was trying to play Final Fantasy 14 and just could not. I think the color is still jacked up. Oh well. It would just take hours to complete really basic, get a mushroom type chests and stuff like that. Let's it looks like there's something over here, so let's come back this way. Oh, that cord is trying. I think I need to replace the cord, honestly, because there's some shenanigans happening here. Okay, only way to go is down. I gotta be careful with my health, I guess, because I think I used my herb. Plate mail. Ooh. It says, but just because you move faster in a modern game doesn't mean you have more meaningful interactions per minute. End up running everywhere in overlarge spaces. No, I agree with that. And now that I know you're speaking in the context of meaning and story, right? Like initially, your first statement, modern RPGs are so slow. I wasn't sure what you meant, but now that I know you're talking about with story, I agree. I think story today is much more drawn out and laborious. It's long, I think a good sweet spot for me personally for an RPG is around the 30 hour mark. You can get through stuff in a pretty decent time. Oh yeah, Temper here acting like the emu evangelist. Fantasia is an amazing blend of FF6, FF9, and the 10 blended nicely, honestly. It's classic Final Fantasy and everything but name. But you do have other problems with emulation. We'll move on from that. Truth to that, stuff happens fast in a game like Chrono Trigger. And Chrono Trigger is like 20 hours long. Super short game. User dimension. Yeah, I gotta get to Fantasia. It was stranded on Apple Arcade for the longest time. But woof. Hey, how's it going, Top Hat Skull? Good to see you here in chat today. So as you can see, we're still playing Ys 3, and it's starting to not get EC. Oh, he jumped straight up through. You know what? That's uncool. That is uncool. Okay. All right. I got you. Oh, we actually made that jump. Doesn't look like there's anything over there except for this plant. But you never know. No, they just put a plant there. That's all. Okay, now I know that. Whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, that was a long fall. Some might say too long. You know what? Not a huge fan of these guys. Ah, shoot. Blech. A little bit of slowdown there doing that jump. A little bit of slowdown. Just a little bit. 30-hour mark is a pretty good base time. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that, too, one issue to echo what Cinco Play was saying earlier, with modern stories feeling so slow, is, you know, you've got, especially in the AAA scene, you've got this expectation that a game should be 60 to 100 hours. You're not going to come up with a story that really makes that amount of time valid, or that validates that amount of time. So you've got to stuff it with all kinds of padding, things that just make the game take longer to get through. And that's where I think he was absolutely right. In terms of the modern storytelling in RPGs, it's slow stuff. Slow stuff. Not today. So many enemies. Oh yeah, we got new armor, didn't we? Well, it's new old armor. We already got really great armor. Okay, boss. Oh, can't save because boss. So we're gonna save right here. And we'll see if I can't beat this boss without really getting too much. Okay, you cannot hit that. So is that it over there? Every boss that I've encountered so far is like, wait, so is that it? And then yeah. Okay, let me see here. You can feel the panic. No, you absolutely can. There's a perfect example of a game that I'm thinking of too, but in the interest of not being a broken record, I won't mention it. But certainly lots of padding in modern games to fill up a time that doesn't need to be there. I don't think that quantity is better. I think quality is better, right? So give me a quality story, not a quantity story. Far enough to disagree with the reviewer from the Pixels about Fantasian. Who was that? Oh, off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm not sure. I know that he finished the game, so maybe finish the game before you argue with him. But I didn't write that review, so you can't come after me for that one. There's less overall story beats because it's way more expensive to make a cutscene now than it was just sprites hopping around. Now that I'm unsure. That has to be on an individual basis, right? Like this game, for instance, there's pretty few story beats in this, right? Or Lagoon or Draken or something like that. Whereas, let's say Earthbound seems like it's very story heavy. Breath of Fire 2 seems like it's very story heavy. But you also have some pretty large dungeons too. Some RPGs today can be really cutscene watchy. So I don't know. I would say on an individual basis. Can you think of any? Oh, you're talking. You gotta let me know what you mean before you make the statement. Otherwise, I'm gonna assume. Otherwise, I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about Final Fantasy right now. I think I'd agree with that. There's certainly a lot of padding in Final Fantasy VII Remake, which got me to not purchase Rebirth. A lot of people were like what I saw one guy was like, what did he say? He's all, y'all didn't tell me I was gonna pay $70 for Final Fantasy VII Mario Kart or something like that. And I was like, Temper, you don't need to make broad straight statements like that. I like Final Fantasy VII OG. I get it's cool to hate on Final Fantasy VII. But Final Fantasy VII Remake, in particular, has some missteps in how it adapts that and pads it out, certainly. So, yeah, that's what okay. Now, single play, if we're comparing Final Fantasies, I think I would agree. Final Final Fantasy X seemed very story heavy, but is a much longer game than, say, Final Fantasy IV, too. I think stretching 7 Remake out a bit gives more time to build up the characters. It can, but I'm also unsure if building out the characters makes for more meaningful characters. Let me give you an example. Jessie in Final Fantasy VII Remake. There's more time spent with Jessie. We give, time to meet her family. Cloud takes her back to her house. There are more cutscenes with Jessie. There are side quests with Jessie. But what do we actually find out about Jessie that's meaningful? We find out that she's super thirsty for Cloud, which doesn't really add anything to her character. In some ways, it makes her character worse. She kind of just comes off as this cringy, thirsty character. And it's a bit unfortunate, I think. So it's one thing to give more time and information to a character or build up the characters. But it's another thing just to ask, what are you building them up toward? I don't know that, in Remake at least, because again, I didn't play Rebirth. I don't know that there was anything added that that didn't give me information that I didn't already know that sort of developed the character in a new way. They sort of just gave you more information. Like another one is the Ghost Train with Eris. She could speak to ghost children. Okay, the Ghost Whisperer. But what does that actually do for us as Aerith? I think you could argue in that scene that it gives her a broader sense of empathy. But that's not something that we didn't know about her character already. So you see what I mean? It's sort of like, hey, there's more space to develop the characters, but then it just doubles down on what we already knew about those characters, or makes them cringy in the case of Jessie. Anyway, that's my spiel there. Let's see. Just another character for the shipping war. Oof. Need to build a character. Yeah, character development is definitely lost on that game. Trying to think of like an instance where new material meaningfully added to a character. Cloud doing like a choreographed sequence in Honeybee Inn clearly does not add to that character. In fact, it contradicts things in that character. Like, you've got a guy who didn't know what a high five was, and then in like an hour later, he's like fully choreographed cutscene, doing all this stuff. I have no idea what this is. I didn't even hit it. Okay, we're gonna try the shield ring, and we're just gonna run up there and hit it in the face and see if that does anything. Most bosses have been like this so far. So, yeah. We just gotta tough it out. Okay. Where am I supposed to hit this thing? You gotta jump up there? Maybe I was standing too close to it? I don't know. I don't know. Let's try that again. We'll get a little closer. And then I think we'll get a little closer and then I'll put the ring on. Shield ring. Nope. No, that was instant death that time. That's such a small space. Do I have any healing items? It's working out great. I have Brosia's thingamabob. The Brosia medicine. Right here. Secret medicine. I don't know. Not sure. Oh, it doesn't block you from walking to bosses. My mistake. But like if you've got to jump up on there, let's see what time ring does. Oh, it makes everything slower. That's pretty cool. Like you cannot stand up here and not get hit. That's the thing. And I tried to jump to get it. So with Big Red. Hold tight a little longer. Longer with Big Red. That Big Red freshness. Why would you get this stuck in my head? All right. So you didn't find it hard, but you don't remember how you beat it. Come on. You got to do me a solid over here. Let's see. Let's try just I feel like the shield ring was a little better than the time ring. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and use this. What? Decades? Aren't you like 14? I'm just kidding. It's a running gag. Get it? Get it, boy? I keep swinging it past you. No, I know. Because every time I make that joke, you tell me you're 39. Let's see. Okay. Does this do anything? Doesn't seem that way. No, we just used it up. It didn't do nothing. So maybe I should go back out. Oh, so you're not really 39. It's just a Jack Benny thing? The truth comes out. Okay. This must just be like, the whole attrition thing. We're just going to get up in his face. But not too much in his face. Because we don't actually want to be in his face. That, I don't know. Tips? Tricks? Tips and tricks. We might have to walk out of here. Go heal. No tips for beating this boss, right? That's going to be our plan B, is walking out of here. Stop running into him. Always helpful. Let's see. This didn't do nothing. What about the amulet? Okay, you could be just fine right here. Just fine. Till bad jujus start happening. Yeah, I don't know how you can get on that spot and not sort of move too quickly to where you're standing in the boss. Just standing in the thing. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go out. Because that doesn't seem very doable. Something about that bass line reminded me of Breath of Fire 2. Mr. Thou knows. Oh, I think it's that Infinity Dungeon bass line. That's good stuff right there. Ah, come on! Ugh. It was really easy to get hit by those guys. Was there anything over here? No. How far are we from another level up? Oh, very close, actually. Very close. So there's that. You know what I might do is when I end this stream, I might just... Oh my gosh. I might just do some more auto leveling. That's what I might do. But for now, let's focus. We'll see if I can actually get out of here in one piece. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Ooh, it got quiet. I got quiet. I don't like that they start you off right there. Okay, got around that one. That was the one that took me out last time. Just need to get to the surface, get that sweet breath of fresh air. Now I know that one's there. Remind me next time I come down here. Ah, come on. Ooh, baby. Uncool. We're gonna go ahead and save there. Just in case. Ha! Just in case. Ha, you mean cheating? No, I don't mean cheating. I mean auto leveling. Oh, phooey. See, I just jumped and it respawned. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Shield ring now? I guess so. So we can always get it back up when we get to the place. You. Was this the right way to go? I don't remember. It may be. I think it is. Oh, there's that level up. Now I'm trying to think what would be a great place to do some more auto leveling. Not here, I'll tell you that. Right here. Okay, maybe I will just leave this kind of on for a little while. Right here. And we'll go ahead and save. And we'll enjoy life right here. We'll just end every stream auto grinding. That's what we'll do. Come on now. See if he can't get me right there. Right there. That was a sneaky one. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be the way to go. Let me get a weight on here. What was I using yesterday? Ta-da! There's got to be a better place, but where? I mean, I could leave this on a long time, right? Chair leg on it. I'm not gonna put it on a chair leg because if I sit in that chair, that controller's toast. We'd have to go buy another herb. Yeah, you can tell me where. And thanks for asking first. It's very respectful. I appreciate that. Duct tape the attack button? Could you imagine putting duct tape on your controller? Folks, electrician's tape maybe. Was it that blue tape? You know what I'm talking about? It's not electrical tape. That's a joke. Whew. If you're out putting duct tape on controllers, I was about to call CPS. People use a vice grip. That also seems fairly extreme. And then, I mean, you could use like, depending on the shape of the controller. Second dungeon, when the birds are flying down, you can stand right at the entrance and hold up and attack. Oh, but I have to hold up too. I don't know if I could get things to balance on both buttons. Or a clamp. Yeah, like a little clip thing for potato chip bags. That sort of thing. Is there another spot where clothespins? Yeah, if we're talking thinner controllers like NES, Super NES, I think that would work. Modern was like I couldn't fit a clothespin around like a PS5 controller. There's no way. But right now I just have this wood block thing. It's on top of the controller. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. So okay, I would have to hold down up and attack. I don't know if I could do that. Is there another spot that you could think of? Any other spot? Because this one's right here, and I only got to hold down one button. Let me see. Take a look at this controller. Let me get a clip. That's the only one I know off the top of my head. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me see here. With the ants at the beginning, left it on overnight. Yeah, if I leave this on for like long enough, it's gonna be fine, I think. Let me see. This is not gonna fit. Yeah, I think I'll leave it here. I don't know if I have a clip that would fit this. But that's where we're going to draw it for today. I'll probably leave this on for several hours. Might as well hit that max level. We're almost there, right? What is it, like level 15? I think we're at level 13 now. And we're really not far from the end of that bar. I mean, that is really close. So, but yeah, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central. Same time, same channel, all that jazz. We're gonna probably get through some more of these 3. I would guess. I've never played this game, so I don't know. I would guess we're like halfway through this game, based on what people have told me about how long it takes to beat and all that. But that's where we're gonna draw it for now. C'est la vie and adios, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here today. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.